It's time for another episode of Road Home and Power. What's up, you guys? My name is Aimee DeRoehn. Thank you for joining. We have a half hour, so we better get moving, okay? Let's come right into child's pose. Open your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Bring your feet to touch behind you and press your butt down towards your heels. Let your forehead come to the ground. Let your arms just drop on the floor in front of you. So just drop all your effort and all your energy. Drop everything. And get committed into your breathing. If you want to get connected to, okay, it's time to practice yoga, then get breathing. We're going to get moving, but we will get breathing first, and that's going to make the movement start to feel a little more of a flow. More of a flow with the movement, more streamlined. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath in. Feel yourself breathe into the back of your ribs and lungs. Inhale. Pause it. Try to take in more air. It's not going to be successful. Exhale all. Do that one more time. Really get understanding about this. Inhale to the top of your lungs. Hold the breath. Like clamp it off. And then try to take in more air. You'll recognize right off the bat, I really don't have the room. So you'll only be able to breathe just a short and shallow amount. Now all of that exhale completely to the bottom of your lungs. What this practice does so powerfully for me is it wipes the slate clean. It wipes the slate clean between my last practice and the one I'm doing in the moment, right here, right now. It wipes the slate clean of my mind. It wipes the slate clean energetically of when I'm in my own way. And that definitely impacts my ability to get things done in a day. It wipes the slate clean from day to day. Thought to thought, movement to movement. And that's what you want. You want to get up every day and feel like my slate is clean. And when you practice, your practice is just simply a spiritual practice dedicated to wiping your slate clean so that you can feel renewed, refreshed, rejuvenated, replenished, recharged, restored on every level for your actual day-to-day. Okay? That's really all we're doing. Take another breath in. Sigh it with me. The nervous system loves those sighs, guys. Right up into downward facing dog. In your downward dog, look at your feet. I see a lot of people whose feet are really close together. And I want you to recognize it's really okay to take up a little more room for yourself. Just widen your feet out. The width of your hips is the length of space between your feet. And then look at your hands. You want flat palms, spread out fingers, and take the bones of your first and second fingers and press them into the ground. And you want to press the floor down and away from you. In your downward dog, if the back of your legs are hurting, put a bend in your knees. With a soft bend in your knees, it'll relax immediately the back of your legs, your hamstrings, and your low back. And it'll make something that feels impossible suddenly absolutely possible. And feel better. Spin your tailbone up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Clear that all. Take your right leg to the sky, pressing your left heel toward the floor. Bend the upper knee, flex the upper foot, and take your exhale to peel that hip back. The right hip peels back. Your upper foot is going in the direction of your left shoulder. Not so it touches or anything like that. You guys have nothing to prove. Just peel it open. Awesome. Roll the right hip down so it's aligned with the left hip again. Take your foot to the floor. Take the right heel, press it toward the earth, left leg, shoot it up to the ceiling, bend the upper knee, flex the foot, and on the exhale, peel it open. You want your knee lined up with your hip. Oftentimes I'll see the knee lower, lift the knee higher, and let the knee and hip in one motion peel open, peel back. Roll the hip down, foot's on the ground. Walk your hands to your feet. Feet are hip width apart. Walk your hands back to the front edge of your mat. Jump, feet to your hands. Feet together, inhaling halfway up. Really bend the knees, press the butt back, and move those shoulders down away from the ears. So you're pulling the shoulders back to make a little more space in the chest. And exhale, knees stay super bent, forward fold. Ground your feet into the floor. Keep your knees really bent, folding. When the air is cleared out and you feel complete, inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to your heart. Inhale again. Strong exhale, the hands pull to the heart. Close your eyes. Press your thumbs against your heart. At one time in your life, in my life, yoga was not a part of things. Perhaps at one point you were not interested. Neither was I. Perhaps at one point you really resisted. Me too. Perhaps somewhere along the way something made you say yes. And the universe opened up and gave you a great gift. With your thumb knuckles to your forehead center now, your eyes closed, I want you to allow an image of someone you know in your life to surface to the mind, to your mind's eye. Invite them to yoga. Doesn't matter what they say right now, just put it out there. You're invited. Silently say that to yourself. You're invited. Yoga welcomes you. It's safe to breathe here. This practice is also for you. On the inhale, reach up. While reaching, keep grounding your feet down. And then lots of bend in your knees. Press your chest to your thighs and fold. Lift halfway up. High push up. You know you've been wanting it. So line it up. Shoulders, elbows, wrists. Boom, boom, boom. They're in order. Look at your heels. Press your heels back. You press your heels back. It'll power you right into your legs. Thighs will otherwise collapse, and then the spine collapses, and the whole framework just starts to disintegrate. So really keep the integrity. Shoulders over the wrists. Hug in the belly. Tilt the tailbone toward the feet. Push those heels toward that wall behind you, like you're pressing them against the back wall. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead. The body will follow where your eyes are. So eyes on one place. Inhale. Rock forward on the balls of the feet. Elbows bend. Breathe out to lower. On an inhale, up facing dog. Ground your palms. The tops of your feet press. Thighs can be on the floor or they can lift. Try that, everybody. Press your feet down. Pick your legs up off the floor. Just pick your thighs up an inch or so. You have so much more power than you'd ever give yourself credit for. This I know to be true. There is so much in you, so I'm not really going to baby you, but I'm going to love you full on through the whole thing. And I need you to love you as you move forward into more of your own biggerness. Downward facing dog. Feel the hips pull back. Let your head completely drop. Put your eyes right between your feet. Go to your breath. In. Go to your breath out. Go to your breath in. Empty that breath out. Hug in your belly. Pick up your heels. Bend your knees and set your gaze between your thumbs. Jump. The core and the legs will just pull you effortlessly. Feet to your hands. Feet together. Lift halfway up. Inhale. Chest forward, butt back. Out breath, folding forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Ground your feet and squeeze your thighs. As you keep reaching, you want strength on the bottom, lightness up top. Exhale, heart pours right over your thighs. Inhale, flat back into your high plank. Empty the breath, low push up. On an inhale, pull the chest right up through and press your shoulders back. On an out breath, downward dog says, oh, I'm waiting for you. But downward dog mainly says, I'm waiting for you to exhale. Take another breath in. Don't skimp on your breath. Exhale it all. See, if you have a limitless love and a wellspring for yourself, you will be so less stingy with others. Don't be stingy with your breath. Your breath is free. Deep breath in. Pull it into the lungs and bring it right up to the top of the lungs. Empty it all. Be generous on your exhale, because you'll be more able to receive a generous amount of inhale with your name on it. In breath, out breath, long, slow, steadily moving right through. Belly tight, lift up your heels, smile, and jump. Feet to your hands. Nice. Inhale, halfway up. Shoulders move back. Empty the breath, folding. Wrap your arms around your calves. Inhale, rise up. Empty the breath, folding again, head dropping. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank. Low push up. Breathe out when you lower, okay? It'll help you a lot. We need all the help we can get. Inhale, rise up into upward facing dog. Take that smile with you into your down dog. Yeah, like this practice is like and your body is like, I'm not your enemy, man. And the practice is not here to torture you. The practice is here for you to delight in your own body, your ability to move, your strength, yourself. Fill your lungs up. And filter that completely out. Moving on, heels pick up. That'll pick your hips up. Belly tight, fly, feet to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Out breath, folding all the way down. Head's dropping. Let the middle of your head start to feel like it's getting pulled toward the floor. It'll help pull your head right out of your neck and shoulders, and it'll get you out of your head the rest of the day. Go ahead, Utkatasana, chair pose. So your feet are together, you bend your knees, you press your butt way back. Drop your butt down. Drop it like it's hot. And while you're dropping down, look at your 10 toes, spread them out really wide apart from each other. And push like crazy through the balls of your feet and the heels of your feet. And press the weight back into your heels. Feel your thighs squeezing toward each other. Sit low and get breathing. Take opposite hand to catch opposite elbow over your head. Taking your arms and shoulders back. Soften your shoulders down. Drop a little lower, but pull your heart up a little higher. Soften down more. On the out-breath, you'll drop. All that's happening is you're getting super strong. Strong where it counts. Exhale, folding completely forward. Inhale, halfway up. And jump back. High push-up. Low push-up. Really pull those elbows straight back. On an upward dog, feel your palms and finger bones plant down. Feel your chest pull right up. But remember the base. Your hands are your base. Downward facing dog. Pull it back. Taking warrior one. Like you just can't wait to really experience for yourself, first and foremost, your own strength. Warrior one, reach up. Your right knee is directly over your ankle. Press the right knee now toward the baby toe side of the foot. Press down through the heel of the front foot and the ball of the front foot. Lift up your front toes. Feel the outside edge of your back foot press down. Firm the back thigh. And then peeling on the out breath, your right hip back. Lengthen your arms up. So when you breathe in, where you're getting the length in the side body, it'll find you. You're in it, but the practice says, I'll give you so much help here. I'll make it so easy for you. Just breathe me. The body says, just breathe me. Now put your eyes on one place. Bring your palms together over your head. Press your hands to your heart center. Pressing your thumbs to your heart. Acknowledge your own good heart. See, you can be a really strong warrior. And with a heart of gold, with grace. With grace infusing your actions. As a strong warrior. Hands to the floor. Hug in that belly. Low push-up. Breathe out. Up dog. Breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Okay, left foot, no big deal. I'm right there with you. Step it forward. Line the knee up. Press the knee toward the pinky toe side. Outer edge of the back foot grounding. And then set your gaze. And through all of this explanation and instruction, your breathing has always needed to flow. So with your eyes on one point, really let the breath flow. While you stretch straight up. And while you stretch up, I want you to really look to lengthen your fingertips and get curious about where your shoulders are. Typically, we'll have them right up to our ears. Hug them down. Press your palms together. Pull the hands to the heart again. Here in the exhale, guide that movement. And right to the floor. High plank. Low push-up. Upward facing. Really draw the shoulders back so the collarbones, everything just starts cracking open. Out breath, downward facing dog. Take a huge breath in. Dump out a huge hefty sigh. Crow pose. Now, no worries, I'll walk you through. So from downward dog, you lift up your heels. And you inch your heels toward... You lift up your heels, and you look to your hands, and you just inch your feet, inch your toes up behind your wrists, and keep your heels really lifted. And then I want you to bend your knees and bend your elbows so that your knees are just pressing on the backs of your upper arms. And all you need to do is look out to the floor in front of you. If you look down, you're going crashing down. And if you did crash, you're not falling far. Yeah, like it's no big thing. We just make it mean so much more. Why? Because we're not used to doing these things. That's all. You don't see a lot of people doing crow pose in the produce aisle. But now you'll have a new trick to show. Go ahead, just lean forward enough so then your feet will pick up for you. Hug in your elbows and your knees. And just for fun, just for freestyle, throw back. Low push-up. Upward facing. Empty. Crow again. Walk your feet up to your wrists. Bend your knees. And by the way, if you're not lifting your feet up off the floor, no big deal. Maybe it'll happen another day. Make a choice, though. Make a choice to say, I'm going to give it all I've got. And you'll see that the ideal pose, your full pose, it'll find you in its own time. Downward dog. Ooh, take your left foot forward and bring yourself up into a crescent lunge. But we're not going to be in crescent lunge right now. You're actually going to move into eagle. So pick your right foot up behind you and wrap it around. And take your right arm under. And then lift up your hands. Lift up your fingers so your elbows line up with your shoulders. Firm up your thighs. Relax your jaw and breathe. Take your right foot right up. Step it back on the ball of your back foot again. And just stretch your forearms and your arms, fingers up. Let your head fall back. And hands to the heart. Twist. Right elbow outside that left thigh. Typically, we'll work the right leg first. But this is not a typical day. See, that's the whole trick. Yoga says, wake up, people, wake up. Every day is a new day. It's not your same old, same old. It's just the mind gets dusty and dull, and then we make it so. Take a big breath in. Clear that all out. You've twisted open, and bring your hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing. And from downward facing, right foot, step it forward. You're on the ball of your back foot. Now lift your back leg up. Flex your foot. Now you're standing on one leg, okay? Now get your belly hugged in. Eagle. Left arm will hook under. You pick the arms up. Lengthen the fingers. And if you're really tight in the shoulders, then maybe your hands are not going to open up all the way. It's okay. Sometimes if we're really tight, it's an awesome option to press the forearms and elbows together. From here, sweep up. Lift that left leg. Step it back. Take that left bind again. Drop your head. Let your forearms and elbows shine the ceiling. Push through the ball of your back foot. Open it all up wide. Hands to your heart. Twist it out. Left elbow outside that right thigh. Press your palms together. Press your palms right against your heart. And just open things up. You can open up your arms apart. Yeah, this practice is teaching us togetherness and space. Space and togetherness. Open it all up. Let your head fall. Let the chips fall. Return to the floor. Downward facing dog. Taking a big breath in and out. Take another breath in and out. And go ahead, bring your knees to the floor. And with your knees on the floor, take the front edge of your mat, fold it over a bunch, and let's take camel. So you bring your knees up onto that padded part. Your knees are hip width. Now, you want to make sure to tilt your lower back, tilt your tailbone down. And that'll take the front edge of your pelvis and tilt it up in the perfect amount. So when you bring your hands to your full back and you go to take the back bend, you won't crunch your low back, which would hurt. You're not on the mat to hurt yourself. You're actually here to heal. And healing brings us into wholeness. See, if you're not worried about your back, take your back bend now. Well then, boy, that changes the whole perspective on everything. Taking a huge breath in. Let it go. And come on up. Really great. Okay, go ahead. From here, downward dog. From your downward dog, walk your feet or jump your feet. How about that? Jump your feet forward. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Sit down so that your butt completely drops to the floor and lands there. Take your legs straight up, arms out in front of you for boat. Go ahead, press your feet into the floor. Utkatasana again. Squat low. Just keep going, keep going. How low can you go? Shoot your legs up tall, hug in your belly, smile. Press down into the floor, Utkatasana, rise up. Exhale, Navasana, boat. Push your feet into the ground, stand up. Hands to your heart center. Bow forward. Halfway up, inhale. And high plank. And low plank. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Please bring yourself out onto your back. And while you're on your back, please take a dead bug. So you bring your feet separated out, hip width apart. Your ankles and knees are in line with each other. Grab the outer edges of your feet, but if your groin says, hey, back off, take the outer edges of your legs with your hands. If there's a pose that you're not able to do, backing off is actually like sacred advice. This practice is teaching me that in my own life right now. I'm learning how to back off. I'm learning how to just sit with things. I'm learning how to take it easy. From your dead bug, take happy baby, just rock side to side. For most of January, I've been really sick with the flu. And when I went back to teaching, I wasn't 100%. In fact, as soon as I'd say inhale and exhale, just rock side to side as I speak, okay? I'd start coughing like crazy. And because I'd start coughing like crazy, then I didn't want to put my hands on people. So I was like, okay, I can teach, but I need to take a step back, and I need to not assist people with my hands, and I need to teach from the chair. And I was still very active and still very enlivened in my teaching when I learned how to back off. It was a great teaching for me. Rock yourself all the way up to your flat feet. And please take your legs out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. And exhale, cross your right arm over your left. Grab the outer edges of your opposite feet. Pull the chest forward on a breath in. Lots of press down through the legs and hips. And a slow exhale will drop the upper body into the fold. So I was just learning how to work with my body. My body was like, yeah, you can show up, you can do this, but not go all out. And that was a great balance for me. Bring yourself into your shavasana. Hug your knees into your chest first. Flex your feet. Open the arms in a T shape. Take the knees to your right elbow. Chin to your left shoulder. And close your eyes. Come to center. Take the knees left. Chin goes to the right shoulder. Tucks down. Eyes closed. Come to center. Hug your knees into your chest as you breathe out. Shavasana. Let yourself be at ease with a wonderful, sacred stillness. I'll see you again real soon, okay? Lots of love. Namaste.